Hey everyone, welcome back for part 4 of my horror movie collection on DVD. This will be the last part of it that's on DVD. The next one will feature my Blu-ray collection. So let's go ahead and get started. As today I'm being joined by my assistant Aiden. Aiden, want to say hi to everybody? Wave with the camera, Aiden. He'll be handing me the movies as they come along. So, Aiden, you want to hand me the first movie there?
This one?
Yep. Alright, first one I got to show is Bubba Hotep. As you guys know, I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan. I love him. Evil Dead, Man with Screaming Brain, everything he's done I've loved. I mean, I've read both of his books. He's hilarious. Love Bruce Campbell a lot. This movie, he plays Elvis Presley, and, alright, so he plays Elvis Presley, and he goes and switches places with an Elvis Presley impersonator in, like, the 70s in order to live a normal life. Well, now he's in a retirement home. He's constantly complaining about not being able to get an erection. It's hilarious. This, like, moth, mummy-type creature comes in there, and him and a guy who is supposedly JFK, he's a black guy who's got his brain switched with JFK, they fight it off. So, it's a good movie. It's funny. I don't do the description very well, but it's great. One of the cool things about special features is they have an audio commentary by the King. So I think that's really neat. I mean, that's something I can't even imagine Bruce Campbell sitting down and doing that. That must have, I don't know, I would get bored easy, but it's Bruce Campbell. He's awesome. He can make anything cool. Alright, Aiden, hand me the next one.
This one?
Yep. Next up is the 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later double DVD combo. I love both of these movies equally. I think that they did a great job with these. The zombies are terrifying. They're, insanely fast. And it's got a pretty decent reason as to why people come to zombies and stuff. I think, it's often been imitated with the whole waking up in a hospital situation, but it really does make you think, if you woke up in a hospital and there was a zombie apocalypse, that would be just a crazy situation. I mean, something terrifyingly ridiculous. One of the cool things about this is that it comes with both the DVDs. It's not just contained on one DVD. They actually both have their separate DVDs. And they all have their special features you can see in the silver boxes. So that's a really cool release, and I'm glad. A lot of times you get, double DVD releases, and they won't have, all the special features and whatnot. They'll only have, maybe a couple of things. But these actually contain everything. Alright, bud. Hand me the next one.
This one?
Yep. Alright, next up on my list is Resident Evil. I like this movie a lot. It deviated from the game's source, but that's good, though. I mean, if it was too much like the game... You want to see, buddy? If it was too much like the game, then everybody would know what was going to happen. And I think they did a really good job with this one. It's not bad at all. It's kind of freaky. It's got a lot of cool scenes in there. And Milla Jovovich is hot. I mean, she's some good eye candy for this movie. So it's a good movie. Special features-wise, I mean, this, it's got some decent special features. It's got a Slipknot video, and I like Slipknot. I live in Iowa. I mean, come on, you kind of have to. One of the things that bothers me, though, is that this special features listing does the whole English, language track, widescreen presentation, and that's just kind of annoying to me. That's not a special feature. That's just a DVD specification. And it's kind of odd to see a big-name release like, Resident Evil have that kind of a listing on there. So, I don't know. Alright, but next up.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Next we have Resident Evil Apocalypse in a really cool case. I think that case is awesome. My mom actually sent me Resident Evil 1 and 2 here, and I'm really glad she did because they're really cool movies. This one is, again, it's really cool. It features one of my favorite characters from the Resident Evil games. Right there. Let's see if I get him. There you go. They did a really good job with these movies, like I said before. This is the one where it starts to get a little bizarre. Stuff starts just getting really, really odd. Physics-wise, shit doesn't make sense anymore. It just starts to take on this really cartoony feel to it. The first movie was real serious and really good. This one begins their downward spiral of oddity, I think. I haven't seen the latest movie. I'm going to have to pick it up eventually, but it looks like, it looks iffy to me. Give me the next one. Yep. Alright, the next one I have, now I've mentioned I don't like Eli Roth at all as a director. He's made some really crappy movies. There's one of his movies that he's made that I do like, and that's Cabin Fever, and it's a cool little, holographic case here. I think this one he actually did a pretty decent job on it. The story, I'd say, it's kind of reminiscent of a few I've seen before, but it's done in a really good way. The actors are pretty forgettable. I think that one of the guys from, like, what is that, Boy Meets World is in this movie. But, I don't know what else he's done since or at all. But anyway, this is a pretty good movie. I liked it, it's got a lot of gore. There's some really weird scenes, but I think that Eli Roth actually did a good job. And I think this is the movie that, because it was pretty good, he was able to make a bunch of really crappy movies. So, I don't know. This is a decent one. I'm not a fan of Hostel or Hostel 2 or anything like that, but I've got this one in my collection, and I enjoy this one. Alright, little man. Hand me the next one. Alright, this one I got from my friend Alex, you know him as an 80s slasher. It's I Am Legend. I'm including this in the horror collection because it deals with zombies, I haven't opened this yet, as you can see. Alex didn't even open it either. I've yet to open this, but it's a great movie. I love this one a lot. I saw this in the theater, and I remember the scene with his dog. Oh, man, that was really hard to watch for me. Just because I could understand, loving an animal. I mean, I've got 3 dogs myself. So, loving an animal so much and then having to do that is just beyond words. I like the alternate ending. Unfortunately, this doesn't have it. This came out... When this came out, they started this really weird trend of putting all the special features either on the 2-disc version or on the Blu-ray version only. And since this is the 1-disc version, it doesn't have the alternate ending. But I like the alternate ending better than the theatrical ending. But that's just me. But in either case, no, I really like this movie. They did a really good job with it. The zombies... Actually, my only complaint about this is the zombies are just CGI, and they just... You could have made them look real. I mean, they could have been actual actors, but I don't know. Zombie vampires, whatever the hell you want to call them in this movie. That was my only complaint about it. Otherwise, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And thank you, Alex. You're an awesome friend. I've said this before, but I say it again. Thank you very much, bud. You're awesome. Alright, little man. What's next? Next, I got Dog Soldiers in the Steelbook Limited Edition. Ooh, cool. With, as you can see, trying to peel the label off. Didn't work. This movie was actually pretty good. It's about this group of soldiers that go to an island. I think they're on a training mission or something. And what happens is they find out that there's like werewolves there. And this is a movie where they did the werewolves really well. Not a lot of movies use actual people in costumes and stuff. Like, you've got, obviously, the Twilight movies. It's CGI wolves that look terrible. This one, they actually look really good. This movie, it's not bad. I mean, it's not the greatest werewolf movie you ever see, but considering that the werewolf movies that are out there are few and far between, this is one of the better ones you could watch. Special features-wise, there's really nothing on here. I mean, it says special features, and then this neat little red, like, blood splatter. But it lists 5.1 digital surround, English SDH and Spanish subtitles, and previews. The previews were cool to watch. I enjoyed that, but I would have really liked a behind the scenes or maybe a making of documentary or makeup effects test. I think that would be really cool. It's a cool case. It's a steelbook. I dig those. I think they're really cool to check out and mess around with and whatnot. There's no insert whatsoever, so that kind of sucks. But I guess it wasn't that expensive. I think this only cost me like $5 or something, so it's worth it to me. I like this movie. It's not bad at all. I'm glad that I got it. What's up? What's next, man? Oh, here we go. Okay, this one is like a documentary. And it is The Haunting in Connecticut. It's not the movie Haunting in Connecticut. It's the documentary that they say inspired the hit film. This documentary, I believe, was shown on A&E. Or no, I'm sorry, the Discovery Channel. This is what my mom sent me. She found this, I believe, in Walmart. Or must have got it in a 2-pack. I'm not really sure. But she sent me this, and it's kind of neat. It's not, the best thing in the universe, but it explains the true story behind the Haunting in Connecticut, mytho and all that. And it's kind of neat to watch this. I mean, if you watch the movie and then you watch the film, it's kind of neat to see them both in retrospect. What's different from the movie and what's different from reality, and all that. But it's not too bad. I mean, the movie wasn't bad either. I enjoyed the movie. The ending was kind of weird, but considering all, I think that the movie did pretty good. So yeah, interesting documentary, and I dig documentaries like this. I like to watch the true haunted house tales and stuff like that, because sometimes I think that's the scariest stuff you can see. Alright, Give me the last one, buddy. Alright, now, last on my list, a lot of people don't consider this a horror movie, but I think it actually is. And it deals with some weird subjects that would be contained in horror. It's Repo, the Genetic Opera. I think this is a great movie. It's got a cast full of amazing people. It's just a really good movie. It deals with in the future you can get organs and stuff. You know, if your organs fail, you can get better organs. You can pretty much prolong your life as much as you want. But if you can't pay for it, the Repo Man comes and repossesses the organs. So I think that's kind of cool. Obviously, it's really sci-fi-ish BS about taking organs out. That can't happen, you know. There's a lot that goes into that. But it's got a lot of gore, and it's got a lot of dead bodies and, you know, mutilations and stuff. And that makes it a horror movie, in my opinion. It's pretty cool. I've heard a lot of people say the best part is Paris Hilton getting killed. She doesn't get killed in this. Her face is, like, kind of torn off, but she's not killed. She does a good job in this, in either case. She does a really good job. Everybody does a good job in this, so it's a really good movie. And I believe, let me see if I'm right here. Gotta check out. Yep, Paul Sorvino's in this. Now, you may remember me mentioning Paul Sorvino from the movie The Stuff, which is a terribly weird movie. This is a weird movie, but in a good way, and Paul Sorvino does a great job. So I'm going to say he redeemed himself from The Stuff, in my eyes. Well, I'm sure a lot of his movies have redeemed himself. The Stuff is really weird. Wait, that's it for all my horror movies on DVD. The next update... Bye? Yeah, you can say bye in a second, buddy. He's already eager to go. Well, my next update is going to have my Blu-ray movies and all that stuff. So hopefully that'll be out soon. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye again.